Stray spies still wandering around, looking for their forever home. Alive? Where? Rookie error from a fucking retiree. He should have never picked up that phone. So, not the Weeping Eye. Emter. That one's the big bank, right?
This unre-educated youth must be made to feel the full weight of terror behind those 6 letters.
Got it. Anyway.
The phantom vampire squid that straddles the so-called developed world and seizes the mill of history in its tentacles.
Fuck the bank. You should see what the bazaar brings in. Cold, hard sol. Not imaginary fucking numbers. What's he giving them? Are we fucked? Fuck. Are you alright? I'm sure she'll show up soon. Thanks for coming through, Herschel. I honestly don't know. Temple never said anything about him, which was strange. Most of the time, he can't wait to tell you about his latest secret. This one? He was terrified from the jump.
Half a city away, an old man hunches on a damp mattress and thinks of the odd stranger who went through so much effort to find him.
Does Dante prick say anything else? And what's that gonna cost you? Well, we've gotta do something about him, haven't we, Herschel? Loose fucking end. Someone's gonna trip and break their neck.
The girl watches you, dancing her cigarette back and forth in front of her face. The device. Ask her about the device.
Speak your piece. Who do you trust? Me or this clapped up old clown? Oh, that mega violator. Yeah, sure, I've got it.
No backhanded retort. No reflexive insult.
Rarest you've ever known. One of a kind, even. These days I am, yeah.
Impossible. A memory passes through an older memory, and each calls the other a ghost. Both leave a little of themselves within the other.
When'd you get so slow, Hirsch? Me. I'm right here. Always have been. Death's for small thinkers. Transitory cunts. I'm the eternal kind. You think Taxman, prized fucking asset, wouldn't hold up his end of the promise? I told him, Cascade or nothing.
Person to person.
He is there and not there. All your senses twitch at the eeriness, at the undeniability of it.
You know what else doesn't make any sense? I've been wanting to say this since I first saw you.
The girl stops out her cigarette, steady yet forceful, suddenly engrossed in the act of crushing.
How you been, Hirsch?
I've missed you around. Because Temple was scared of everything. He wanted the backup. He thought they were gonna kill him. Keen prediction. He told me before he did it. He sat me down and explained it all. Blood dripping out of his nose, totally off his face, but not like slurring his words or anything. He said he'd be dead soon. He could feel it. And they were, evidently. Maybe they were the least of his enemies. This place is wide, Hirsch, and it switches up faster than you can believe. Plenty of cunts out there with murderous intent. They're more like bootlegs. Imprints, I think they call them. Sounds impossible, right? I thought so too, but clearly, a little bit possible. Witchcraft. It's like a bad mirror. A wishing well for your loose dreams, for all the inner colors of you. I don't have shit of his memories either, so let's not play 20 fucking questions. I'm just him now, and that's it. There was rain in my head, Hirsch. It was always raining, and it was always midnight beyond the clouds. I wanted...
An ordinary night with ordinary stars.
I don't know. Not that. And why would I want that? I had enough Yana for a lifetime.
This girl can't be more than 17. Barely a glimpse.
Anyway, this is a forever kind of deal. And the deal is, I deal with it. Move the fuck on. It feels like I can't quite remember myself. Like I'm watching myself through dream glass.
Like a day-old phone number written on the back of a young hand.
No, like I'm existentially fucking compromised. No, it's not. But I'll be alright. Just another thing to get used to. I'm sure it'll feel normal in the end. Everything does, once you get used to it. If it is, I'd like to know who's paying out. I'm not going to either. Gives it... Yeah. Curse go fool.
You remember him saying that a long time ago. Chant-like. A little ritual.
Weird, yes, but there's nothing fucking singular about it. Because there's a lot at stake. Because I didn't know whether you were on my side, let alone dependable. And because you were pretty late. Being predictable isn't a good thing, Hirsch. Also, I really didn't think you'd believe me. I mean, I wouldn't.
And yeah, doesn't it chime a distant chord? The Lusian political elite being strange copies of themselves.
Yeah, the pricks in power fire it up whenever they need a new politicant. All from one guy bootlegging himself over and over for like 300 years. According to Tempo, anyway. But when we covered intra-Luthien relations in history class, they didn't say shit about it.
A theory often dismissed as rumor, but taken more seriously on the top levels of the Operant Bureau. The Lusian political ministry are all identical psychic graphs of the same ancient philosopher.
It's Yana. Just one Yana.
Said for herself, not for your sake.
Thanks, Hirsch. New World Order. Still getting to grips with it. Right here. This mystical fucking gear, Hirsch. I hardly threw it out.
From beneath her chair, she pulls out a small console device, about the size of a dinner tray. Colored buttons flank a large, dark screen. What is this thing? At first glance, it could pass for some unmarked consumer novelty. A portable television, or a handheld game system.
I'm getting ominously cool, Hirsch. This is the thing that made me what I am. Nope. Fucked. Needs batteries. Special Luthien batteries. Might be better for you to, hang on to it or something.
Jackpot.
Because it reminds me I'm basically some failed test pressing. Also, you seem like you're in a load of shit, Hirsch. Maybe you need a backup yourself. So do me a fucking favor. And no, it did not come with an adapter. But it does have cocaine in the seams. And a little bit of nose blood. Speak your piece. Guns are an Azuri racket. Bazaar doesn't carry. Handgun? Gun's a gun. Cool factor is who you point it at. You're looking for an entry-level Azuri frontman. One of those expendable fucks they shove into the grinder. Carabinero fodder. There's a particularly lame one who hangs out near the roundabout. He's tried it on with me a couple of 3 times. Would rather shoot myself.
Sounds familiar. She's talking about Goat Eyes, the lovelorn soul of many endeavors.
One more thing, Hirsch. Now that we're adequately acquainted, I need you to check in on someone for me.
She flicks loose ash from the end of her cigarette and watches the orange.
You up for it or what? Weird. Please don't say shit like that. His name's...
The teen with the scarf, though you recall him as more scarf than teen.
He's not my boyfriend. We were just hanging out for a while. Maybe we still are. Whatever. Yucky. Some cunt has me in his crosshairs. A cunt with weird headphones and a shit mustache. Dunno. Headphones are the defining feature. And the fact he's after me. That's why I'm here, and not in a bazaar. Midnight pricks won't stop exiting the fucking woodwork. Well, I'm pretty sure it's about that imprinting device. The Mega Violator. I don't know. Maybe. Probably. Honestly, I don't like having it around. I can hear it snickering at me. But I'm not trying to fuck you over. Promise.
She takes a deliberate drag. Eyes on you one moment. The cigarette.
I'm about action, Hirsch. I'm smoking this headphone cunt out. My asset is already in theater. Kryptonym scarf. Yes, obviously. But also, do I?
When you were 16, you once put your blood type down as mysterious in an attempt to impress a vaguely attractive doctor.
Use your spy shit. Make contact. Tell him I approved the meet. Yeah, you spoke to him. Now I need you to make contact with him. Keep up, Hirsch. Fuck. Oh, so you can tell him that my schedule freed up this weekend so I could see him for like 1 hour, maybe. As long as nothing better comes up, which it might. Good. I like enemies. They solidify my fucking position. But you know what solidifies it even more? Non-stop odd shit with you. No, other people taking care of those enemies for me.
An old bench kneels in your presence. Its planks are bowed and scarred. You turn away.
That one was a carabinero, right? Him I used to see around. He was a loyal patron.
Nice way to describe a brother of the drink.
That's tough. He died, I think. It's been a while. Almost 5 years. He was nice. I can see that. How'd you say you knew him again? Oh. There was this guy he used to meet with, Rustamian. Heavy set. Pretty sure he was an informant. I'm saying he might know more, if that's what you want. Yeah, go dice. That's him. Don't forget your photo. You mean reunion, all of that. I try not to think about it. There's no sense in worrying. It will come. The only question is when. See you.
Marcia.
Officially, we're Lusian.
We're exiles.
The laughter leaves in its wake something like the reunion. The Losers' grand annexation campaign. Slow, legal, often bloody. A creeping tide reclaiming every few years one more of their old colonies.
Well, I still have my tenantry passport. Stamped and all. Could fly back any day.
All three of the old men break into synchronous fits of humorless laughter. A joke in poor taste. A stamped passport for a country that no longer exists.
If it is, I won't be around to see it. Liver's on its way out. Cancer will get me before the Lusians do. Working on it. Cheers.
A few hundred brain cells pleasantly fizzle out in unison.
Anyway, you're the foreigner here, Marcia, so you tell us. The Lucians think they'll...
The subject, whether immediate or eventual, of the negotiations the prisoner told you about. Were the talks not currently on hold, Otafiro would be being carved up by the drunken and otherwise degenerate diplomats representing the two rival powers of Emter and Leluz even now.
Hear that? Smart and good looking.
Either way, that's for you lot to worry about. I'm out the door. If it is, I won't be around to see it. Liver's on its way out. Working on it.
A few hundred.
Anyway,
The subject, were the talks not currently on hold, Otafiro would be being carved up by the drunken and otherwise degenerate.
And who's going to swoop?
Either way, that's for you lot to worry about. I'm out the door.
The pilots
Tell you what, Marcia. You
You know what he means, but you can't help it. An apple-sized dollop of lard melts between hand and chest as you massage grey tufted folds of old
Wish I could say the same, sweet lips. Until next time.
Deadlines. Yes, I'm missing them. I need to feel like it's been a very bad quarter for Metamoto. What about him? Ah, yes. The sorrows of Metamoto. I'm supposed to care because he possesses such vast reservoirs of pure feeling. Well, nothing. If you ask me, she's just a figment of his besozzled imagination. No, not like you. You're, oh, so real. Metamoto is always going on about people he supposedly knows. Maybe they... Good. The insidious gap is...
The young man pauses and swivels.
Why? Are you going to get me in trouble? I interned with human capital. It's not all that scary behind the curtain. Speak to Metamoto. He's friends with her.
Warily. An assortment of cargo crates sits in waiting, adorned with faint chalk marks and bright yellow labels. Machine printed, crisp and official. They all bear the same logo, tiny gold dots in a precise angular pattern. Point of origin, Ministry of Mass Culture, Cicatriz Frontera, the lengthening gleaming capital of Lelou's. These crates aren't smuggled at all. They're government sanctioned from the Lusian cult. Insidious imperialism. Today the soft power, tomorrow the hard. A maze of hastily drawn letters and numbers stands in contrast to the printed labels above. The symbols range from A to D, 0 to 9. You're not meant to be able to. It's not for you. Black cartons of cigarettes are stacked in tight rows. One of them has been slit open. The sight reminds you of a set of stairs descending into the dark of the basement. These crates here aren't exactly state secrets. Anyone with a keen eye and nimble fingers could do it. Around you, dock workers move in predictable patterns. Your hands sink into their under your fingertips. Cellophane wrapping gives way to cardstock. You retract your hand, a single packet of Ouroboros Blacks clutched in it. The design portrays a snake eating its tail, embossed in gold. Top shelf tobacco. There's at least 500 sol worth of cigarettes in this crate. Ash on a black fur collar, piercing blue eyes through smoke. A laugh that could turn wicked. Ouroboros Black was Tempo's favorite brand. It's always with one latch to his bottom lip. You wait for an answer from the universe. Forgiveness. Condemnation. You step away from the marked crate. An assortment of cargo crates. You step away.
Back for more Metamoto?
He offers you a grin he doesn't seem to have a firm hold on.
The head of... Yes, I know her. Of course I know her. I spoke at her wedding. Why? Do you have some capital you're keen to acquire?
Acquire, a common euphemism for reactionary gratification disorder.
Socialism's had its day. Frightened all the girls away. Whatever the intended exchange, Esty is your woman.
A phone line from 5 years ago connects.
Herschel, it's Esty. I'm going to talk fast. Something is dreadfully wrong.
Your old asset, Estoc, still draped in the same cover you left her in, with one new style in.
Knew it, yes. She kept the maiden name, of course, very her. A formidable woman mentally. Scarily good at cars, but not graced with physical heft.
5 years ago, she was undercover with the bank. Now it seems that her mask has become her face.
No. Different departments. And remind me how you know Esty? Don't recall meeting you at the wedding. I understand. You are in a housing campaign, somewhere northish of here. Novelty-sized apartment, don't recall the number. They had the reception there. Everyone gathered in the living room, furniture askew, flowers, strings of light. Between us, I thought it was a bit of a dive at first, you know? A woman of her professional standing, but it charmed me. Oh yes, quite sure. A siege of working class doors. Give Esty my best. A wedding for the eons. Realest of deals. If only. A forgiver. We are around. We linger. Whose debt needs abracadabra? Yes, our program for the disadvantaged to accentuate their purchasing power. Fantastic stuff. Very fair rates. Why not? Seems I have very little on. But I require holy water for the right of forgiveness. That is the official term, isn't it? The forgiveness of debt in return for a confession of sin against capital? We all live at the expense of someone. In well-stocked markets and machines. The name, Wisnia Schnapps. On tour. The on tour part is very important. Return with it, and we can begin the ride. Very good. Let us commence.
He takes the on tour from you with both hands and drinks it with surprise.
I hereby forgive thee and the associates. May the cold breath of capital recede from your neck, and your balance sheets turn a purified white.
The veil is lifted.
Abracadabra.
Intriguing. The enemy reveals its advanced cognitive maneuvers. This black art was previously unknown to the Operant Bureau.
The dark magic of personal finance works in mysterious ways, but it works.
Applauds at gunpoint.
Too big to fail. Though this forgiver is not opposed to more holy liquid, preventative maintenance. Certainement, debt is not real. Imagine the computing system suddenly implode. Bang, bang, bang. It all disappears. Dread, zero. We're back to roughing up defaulters on the streets, shaking change out of pockets. Who's counting, really? Everybody. And nobody. It has already taken effect. He who was once lame can now walk. Well, that is, of course, a secret.
Lap in the air like a giant child's tongue.
No, no, no. To commune with the prophet, you must first offer libations.
Could have guessed that was coming.
Again. Now you understand. Shame if you insist. Wonderful.
The senior negotiator takes the drink from you.
Now, treaties and secrets. I presume you're familiar with La Tour Vulgar?
The master treaty that ended history and stagnated all current world affairs. Signed 96 years ago by the developed world and the super... With the cessation of war between great powers, spies became the new soldiers. A twilight ascendancy.
But I don't think they realize that it's still being negotiated. This secret treaty that Emter has brought to loose, it's another piece of scaffolding to prop up the decaying facade of La Tour Vulgar. I'm sure you've noticed, La Luz have started up military action again. This Réunion campaign of theirs, imperialism with new branding. We're going to shut all that down. No more fighter jets, no more aircraft carriers, no more little annexations of former territories that end with flat-bombed capitals and bodies in craters. A free peek in the girls' changing rooms, of course. A dalliance with the developed world. Culture blockade comes down. Lalus get to hawk their wares uninhibited.
Exchanging one front for another. No physical war, just a cultural one.
At Reno's pied-à-terre, the city's true seat of power. Apparently, some tete-a-tete time with the Minister of Mass Culture himself. Although, word is, Reyes is very keen on this deal. Wants it to happen. Culture as loaded gun. I don't know. I don't know. Gaps in the schedule, unclear times of arrival. Oscar and Freddy are getting played, and played hard. But at least I know I play fair. The mood. Reno's eyes have swiveled towards lunar assets. He wants to send rockets to the moon. And his old friend Metamoto will ignite the thrusters. He is hosting the secret treaties in exchange for these cosmic flight paths. Reno Lunar. Where they've been for the last century. Loitering outside the party they can't get into. My kind of picture. L'Empire Sans Territoire. We are a bank. The bank. Highly invested in the economic stability of the developed world. Ah, the dark origins of our kind. On with it then. Centuries back, far before Latour Woolgar and the vivisection of the world, Amter was one of the first banks ever incorporated. Of course, in those days, it was simply Banque Imperiale. The great powers backed our rival, cowards, and outlawed us from establishing any physical presence. We were driven far below the surface. Thus we became the first shadow bank, dealing in dim spaces between the walls. Criminal enterprises, political saboteurs, anyone who didn't care for receipts. True, in the dark days, we had to employ a corps of bruisers to crack defaulting skulls. Our first operants, if you think of it. Now it's all so much more humane. Peaks above board. Been with L'Empire years. Know the score. We bankrolled a certain enterprising rebel faction in the Auto Lima. Bloody struggle. Many years. Once, hence our greatest innovation. The stability loan.
Devourers of sovereignty cannot be seen, cannot be killed.
Now we grip a string on every limb of the world. Thanks for consulting. The bank knows better. Too much. Mac, goodbye. Be
Lives, oh mortal lives, expire.